Good morning. Another day in paradise. We managed to camp up right next to the raging torrent of the stream yesterday. The sizzles weren't quite as pronounced down here, but you know, they're still there. It rained overnight and it did.
Creek crossing. It's moving.
I think an insect might have fallen in there and made a bubble.
That's moving. That's movement.
Yeah. Yeah. Weather isn't too great today, but that means at least we're not getting cooked already. We're tired. Don't know, how are you feeling? I'm starting to feel it a bit now.
I would do a 0, but...
But yeah, we don't quite know yet. I mean, we're ahead of the schedule we had last time, and behind the schedule we were hoping for this time, because we're doing such long hours. But because we're so much slower, we're not actually getting anywhere else, if you know what I mean. We managed to do about sort of a 4-mile advantage, and that's been steady. What, you know, that's held. We just can't speed up, and don't want to either, because obviously, you know, this being our first big hike again, don't really want to push ourselves too much.
That's all I've got for a week. That is actually water, not alcohol.
Yeah, he keeps saying that, but once we had left the pub, he referred to it as his happy juice, and I don't know what shots he ordered while I was otherwise engaged.
Heidi's morning look. Beautiful buttercup fields again. This is the heart of England, it's beautiful. I think it's old ice house or something. Might have been an old well. Can you see where the lintel is there? So, don't know. The sheep don't like me. But Heidi does. Well, she says she does. Feet to west, because going through the last field we went through was really wet and dewy.
It was tall grass. Yeah. I got it up to my knees. So I have short legs, but
yeah. We call it short Heidi on the trail.
Little pit stop at Sunbiggs Farm.
Because we can.
Because we can. They provide, since 2016, they provide this lovely little, well, extended honesty shed with cold drinks in the fridge, chocolate, crisps, cakes, everything. And as you can see from the walls, they're avid horse riders, competition riders. And the money they raise through providing this goes towards entering the competitions and the upkeep of the horses. So it's a lovely place, and it works for everyone. That man just had a slice of cake.
I have to go back because there's nothing in the back.
Well, that was a stroke of good luck. We just had a short, sharp spell of extremely heavy rain while we were still here. So we just moved into the little shed and waited it out with a cup of coffee, and now we're off. Really lovely place. Brian's excited about all the new water sources we suddenly have. That was literally not there 20 minutes ago. Yeah, we can filter that, no problem. Sunbiggs town. You can finally admire it in its full glory. Last time we were too concerned with Brian's health, with his backpack completely packing in on him, to appreciate this. It's a beautiful area. Very popular, as you can tell from the laybys.
Thanks to the woman who's sitting here watching the birds, who had a spare seat for me.
Oh yeah.
That was really nice of her.
The Smartdale Bridge. And the Giant's Graves. I don't know whether you can make out these lumps here. Don't know what they really are, but they're called the Giant's Graves. Because, you know, people like to make up stories. So we're probably about hour and a half out of Kirby Stephen now. Can't wait to go for a sit down somewhere. Preferably a pub.
We're not going that way, I think we're going to the fell. So as you see in the background, well, it may be still used, actually look. And just up there is a beautiful station house. It's been abandoned. I'd love to buy it, but don't have any money. It's a bit bumpy, very dry. And into Kirby Stephen. Trying not to die. My ankles have been for about 3 days. We might be looking for a room with a view. Oh, beautiful view, Heidi.
Don't think you get a room that stares at me. That would be weird. We decided to treat ourselves to a room. I know this room is not extraordinary dull. I'm lying on the floor.
Heidi's very small.
I am very small. Yeah, we got to Kirby Stephen, what was it, 4:30?
Yeah.
And we thought, okay, we wanted to eat in the pub, and then, you know, that would be about 5:30 before we could even push off. And we do know from last time that the climb out from here to the 9 standards, it's 5 miles. But it's unnecessarily brutal. I don't know why, because if you look at the gradients, it shouldn't be, but everybody kind of feels it when they come up that.
It's boggy, it's got like boulders, 4-foot boulders you've got to step up to.
Well, that's after the 9 standards, that's the other problem. I mean, you can't exactly camp in the middle of the 9 standards, that would not be particularly cool. So we were figuring that, you know, it's probably, in our current condition, it's going to take us like, probably 3 hours to do those 5 miles because of the steep uphill, and I was going to carry 3 extra litres of water because there's no water up there. Everything's boggy, but there's no water. Go figure. So we would be up there 8, 9 o'clock trying to find a dry spot in the bog for no reason. So we decided that punishment is enough, and we're just staying in Kirby Stephen for the night in the King's Arms.
Quite a big room.
In a very big room. 80 quid for an ensuite.
It's not a glamorous place.
It's a really nice pub that we've eaten in here last time when we found the people really sort of down to earth and friendly and all that. So that's where we headed, and that's where they had room. So this is us for the evening. We thought we deserved a bit of a early night.
Yeah, we're going to have something to eat and get some lemonade from the offie.
Resupply. Lemonade from the offie.
Lemonade, we call it. Doctor says it's lemonade.
Yeah, that doctor's gonna get struck off. So we started our day 6, we believe, here at this alleged water. Yeah, right. And we had a little bit more moorland to navigate through before reaching the outskirts of Orton, where you're just basically then in a succession of farms and little villages. It's very pleasant walking. There's Sunbiggs Farm, where they have that nice honesty shed, which was a welcome reprieve from the rain. And from there on you're kind of heading back into moorland again to get to the town, Sunbiggs town. There we go. This bit is a little bit confusing. I mean, I don't think we've ever actually come out here. I think we sort of always end up taking this path instead. But once you're on that road, it doesn't matter. But then it also gets a little bit complicated as to where you go back in, because as you can see, the shape of the trail is very odd for a bit. As per usual, the coast to coast isn't signposts, so the trick is to find a signpost that point you to the Dales Highway, which goes in this direction, but which for this part you're sharing for a large part of the moorland before you're heading out again. And pretty much follow the walls of the fields past Bent Farm and down to the disused railway cottage and across the stream. And then it's a nice, steady, relaxing climb out towards Kirby Stevens before you dip back into a lot of fields. You hit some slightly confusing farms and suburb area outside Kirby Stevens, but it's not too difficult to figure out where you're going. And yeah, Kirby Stevens itself, we called it a day.